Hi guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be filming a what's on my iPhone 12 Pro. Now I posted a unboxing video about getting the iPhone 12 and my first impressions on it, and how much I like this phone has definitely grown because of the camera, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. And the other thing I wanted to say is I also do have an iOS customization video up, and I will have that link down below. So if you're wondering how I did anything on this phone, I do have a video posted already. I just didn't do it for this particular phone. I was going to, but I thought it was just going to be too repetitive. So I am in the works of making an iPhone 12 customization video, but I want it to be completely different. So I'm going to do that once I learn how to do some cool customizations. But for now, if you wanted to watch those two videos, I'll have them linked down below. And with all that being said, let's get into the video. So for those of you who don't know, this is the iPhone 12 Pro, and I have it in the Pacific blue color. I really like it, and I think that it's such a pretty color, and the camera, like I said, is amazing, so that's just a plus. But I'm going to start screen recording so I can show you guys exactly what is on my iPhone 12, because I got so many questions on what was on it, how I was going to design it, if I was going to do the same theme that I did for my iOS 14 customization on my iPhone 11. And I did a similar theme, but I did switch it up a little. So let's just get into this little video. So the first thing I know you guys are going to ask me is where I got my case from. It's actually just a plain case. I got it from Five Below. It was literally $5. And I just have a Polaroid of me and my friends in the back just because I thought it was a cute picture. So that's basically all the accessories I have for my phone, other than the charger and everything like that. All right, so when I start screen recording, this is my lock screen. I love this lock screen so much. It's just a pumpkin, and I got it off of Pinterest. My Pinterest is linked down below, and everything that you're going to see in this video picture-wise, I did take off of Pinterest. So keep that in mind. None of these are my pictures, and credit goes to whoever actually took them. They're all on my Pinterest, linked in my iOS 14 board, so if you're interested on where you can get them. So when I open my phone, the first thing that I see is my home screen. So just to show you guys really quick what that looks like, it's just this little background that I got off of Pinterest. I thought it matched my whole aesthetic, so I wanted that to be my background. And now going to the actual widgets and first page. So on my first page, I have a widget, and I use the app Widgetsmith to get that. Again, if you're wondering how I actually did it, just go watch the iOS 14 video that's in the description box down below, and I hope it will help you. I explained everything in that video. So again, I just didn't want to like repeat it. But I have a widget that says inspire. I personally love getting motivated by quotes, and sometimes when I'm feeling a little upset, it's better for me to just remember that it's important to be inspired, it's important to be happy and everything like that. So I wanted to base my phone aesthetic off of that. The next thing I have is Snapchat. Now these are app covers, so a good thing that I did want to mention in this video is that if I click on Snapchat, it quickly goes to shortcuts and then brings me to Snapchat. Basically what I did was I just went into settings and I turned on reduced motion. That's why when it goes to shortcuts, it's a little faster than if reduced motion wasn't on. So next to Snapchat, I have YouTube, then I have Instagram, and I have YouTube Studio. I put those there because I just feel like those are the apps that I use the most, other than like messages and everything like that. So I wanted to have those at the top of my first page. And then I have down below the next social media apps that I use the most. So I have GroupMe, TikTok, WhatsApp, and Pinterest. So GroupMe I use for my sorority. TikTok I'm just always on. I personally love it. WhatsApp I use for my job, and Pinterest is just an app that I absolutely love. I was talking about this before, but I just really love Pinterest. It's so inspiring, and I could spend hours on it. So if I go to my Pinterest and I go to my page, this is my page right here. This is where you will find my iOS 14 board, and this is everything that I have on my phone right now. So if you guys are looking for anything, just go to that board and you will find it. My Pinterest name is down below in my description, like I said before, but it's just Sam Costa with 2 A's and then a 3. And yeah, so that's what I use Pinterest for. Then I have another widget that is just in the picture form, and it says make it happen. I love this quote because anything is possible as long as you believe in yourself, and you can make anything happen. So whenever I look at this and I get reminded of it, I'm just like, you know what, so true. I can make anything happen, and you have to remember that, especially in the days where you may be feeling a little down, because it will help you. It helps me, and I know it'll help you guys too. The next thing I have is a media medium-sized widget, and I got this picture from Julia K. Christ's Pinterest board. I saw it in my feed and I was like, wow, I love that. It's gonna match my whole aesthetic. And it just says girl boss mood. I really like it, and I don't know, again, I just thought it matched the whole aesthetic, so I put it here as well. And then on the bottom dock, I have my Spotify. I love Spotify. I love going on drives and just listening to music, whether it's chill music or any other type of music. I just really, really like doing that. So I put that down there because I use it every single day. Then I have my messages. I didn't do app covers for the bottom part of my phone just because I wanted to be able to see the notifications for my messages, because when I don't see a notification, I forget to respond to it. So I just wanted to have that open. Then I have the phone, which obviously is just something that everyone uses. And then I have Safari. So that's everything I have on my first page. Again, on my first page, I was going for a certain aesthetic. It was more like a nude and pink kind of aesthetic. And then moving over to the next page, I have my calendar widget. Again, if you want to know how to do that, just watch my other iOS 14 video. But basically, it just tells you what day it is. It switches with the day. So if it's October 29th today, tomorrow it'll switch to October 30th, which is amazing. Then I have my photos little folder. So in photos, I have my camera, which, let me just tell you guys, the quality of the iPhone 12's camera is so amazing. I was at a work event the other day and we literally took all of the pictures on my phone just because of the camera quality difference. I saw it a little at first, but then when I actually compared my coworkers' pictures to the pictures they took on their phone to the pictures I took on my phone, the quality was amazing. So I don't know if you guys can see this quality, but it's just so good, and the lighting is a little bad, but I don't know, it's just really good quality. I love taking pictures on this phone now, especially because it kind of looks like it's coming from a high-tech camera, in my opinion, so that's something that's really cool. Next, I have photos. This is just where all my photos are. Then I have Fonto. I use Fonto for my thumbnails. That's how I get the little font on my thumbnails. Then I have Pixar. Pixar is another thing that I use for my thumbnails. This is how I get the little graphics on my thumbnails. So if I have white stars on my thumbnails, or if I have a little flower on my thumbnail, that's how I actually got it there. Then I have Canva. I use Canva to size my thumbnails. So for YouTube, the thumbnail has to be a certain size. So that is what I use Canva for. I literally just go into create your own, and then I type in YouTube thumbnail, and it's like set to the size of the YouTube thumbnail. Then I have Lightroom. Lightroom is something I use for presets. So I have 3 presets. One is my own, and then the other 2 belong to Julia K. Christ. So that's what I use for presets. For my personal preset, I didn't release it yet just because I'm still working on it, but I will eventually. The next thing I have is Basic. So I just named it Basic because I feel like these are just basic apps that come with the iPhone that you need and can't get rid of. So the first thing I have is the App Store. Then I have Mail. We're gonna ignore the 34,000 emails I have. I don't really use this email a lot, so I just don't bother going on it. Next, I have Weather. Then I have Widgetsmith. That's actually how I got the widgets on my phone. There's so many other apps you can use for this as well, but for me personally, I like Widgetsmith. Then I have Reminders. I use Reminders a lot actually to remind myself that I have to do things. I'll use it for school and other stuff like that. Then I have the Health app, which I don't really use. Then I have the Calendar, which I use sometimes, but I actually use Google Calendar more, which is not on my new phone. It's actually just on my computer, and I actually do have to put it on my new phone. I just remembered that. Then I have Notes, which I use to plan some videos and for some other things. Then I have Clock. I use this when I have to wake up for school, for work, for anything like that. Then I have Lifetime. I don't know why that's there. I don't really have a TV folder on my phone anymore, and I just use Lifetime because I was watching Dance Moms and I just had that on my phone. Then I have Maps, Contacts, Calculator, Find My iPhone, TV, Wallet, Home, and Podcast. These are kind of apps that I don't use a lot other than my calculator, just because I don't always find myself using them. Then I have Settings, then I have Music, then I have News, then I have Stocks, Books, Shortcuts, Translate, which came with the iOS 14 update. I have the Watch app, which is for my Apple Watch, and then I have iTunes Store. Really, the only thing I use on this page is Settings and Shortcuts. Shortcuts is how you get your app covers to switch to open to the actual app. Then I have App Store, FaceTime, Tips, iMovie, Life 360, which is something my mom makes me have on my phone for safety. Then I have Files. Then I have Starbucks because Starbucks is just amazing. I mean, come on. Then I have Measure, which I actually deleted this app off my phone at first, and then I realized that there's a new feature where you can actually hold the phone up and someone would be like over here and it would tell you how tall they are. I don't have anyone to show it right now, but for my customization video, I'll definitely show you guys all of that. that. It's really cool. I did it with my friend and it said she was like 5'4", so it's kind of accurate. I think she's like almost 5'4", so you know, kind of accurate. Then going on to my next folder, I just labeled it all because these are some of my apps that I didn't want to put in the app library, but I still want it on my phone. So these are the apps that I have app covers for on the first page, other than Facebook and Twitter. So I have YouTube, YouTube Studio, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, TikTok, and GroupMe. I wanted to have these on my phone because it shows the notifications, and if I ever don't see a notification, I won't always answer it, so this is just something I check regularly. On the next page, I have VSCO and Pinterest. Again, VSCO is something I really like, and Pinterest, as you guys heard a lot in this video, I love Pinterest. Then I have Gmail. Gmail is what I use for my YouTube, so it's important that I have that on here as well. Then I have Poshmark. I love going on Poshmark to look at some Orange Theory clothes that I might want to buy, or any clothes for like a cheaper price, if that makes sense. Then I have my school apps. So I have Outlook, which I use for school. It's my school email. Then I have Microsoft Teams. For my school, we use Microsoft Teams instead of Zoom. I'm not sure why, that's just how Seton Hall does it. Then I have Omega One, which is for my sorority. And then I have Blackboard, which is for all of my assignments where my teachers post them and keep us notified. Then I have my work apps. So I have my business app, which is something I use for work. Then I have Orange Theory, which is how I book classes for Orange Theory. Then I have Humanity, which tells me my work schedule. Then I have all of my debit and credit card apps. So I have Discover, which is for my credit card. I have Cash App, which is just Cash App. And then I have my Bank of America card, which is for Bank of America. And that is basically all the apps I have on my phone. Then when I go over to the next page, I have App Library. So for App Library, I didn't really customize it. I just kind of left it the same. But other than that, the only other thing I wanted to show you guys is what's on this page. So I don't really know what you would call this, but on this page, I just have my screen time. I think it looks cool and like adds to the aesthetic. Then I have a TikTok widget and a Spotify widget. And then coming down here, I can actually see my Humanity schedule by just swiping left on the screen, which I thought was really cool. So this is my Humanity schedule. So for example, today I worked from 4:30 to 10, and yeah, but with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And with all that being said, if you guys want to see an iOS 14, iPhone 12 customization video, let me know by liking the video and commenting down below. And thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.